So why did I leave EXP for Real Broker? A lot of people think EXP and Real Broker are the same. On paper, it sure does. It has somewhat similar splits. It has a cloud-based brokerage. It has rev share. But once you get a closer and deeper look into it, they are not the same. Yes, we can get analytical and be like, yes, Real has 85-15 split. Meanwhile, EXP has 80-20. Real has no monthly fees, while EXP has $85 per month. At Real, you don't have to pay any broker fees or any fees at all until you close. And the best part, Real has double sponsorship, while EXP, you only get stuck with one sponsorship. I used to pride myself with being at EXP. Honestly, I didn't know any better, and I would also make fun of Real. But here's something that I did not like about EXP. They have their silos, and for those that don't know, is you must be part of a specific downline or you won't be allowed in their mastermind. So it's almost like their own clique. Here at Real, we learn from each other. Masterminds are for everyone. And if you are interested in joining a mastermind, doesn't matter what brokerage you are, just DM me and I'll send you a link. We have events like Rev B, where the event's gonna take place April 2026 of this year. It's gonna be taking place in Nashville, Tennessee. We also have Further Together events, which is across the country. We recently had one in Ashbrook Heights, New Jersey, and I saw many people that weren't with Real, but they got so much value. All this opened my mind. What I realized was this. In EXP, I was surrounded by a lot of noise. A lot of people defending something instead of believing it. And once I transitioned to Real, I realized this really was the greener side of the fence. And I do have to talk about the leadership in Real. Our CEO, Tamir, is a breath of fresh air. If you follow him on Instagram, you're instantly motivated not just by business, but by value. Size doesn't mean strength. Alignment does. And if we want to lead this industry forward, we don't just need more agents. We need better standards. And another quote that really stuck with me that he said in a recent Zoom call, I have it written down. He said, "It does not matter if you're an agent with 650 agents under you or a solo agent. I want to get to know you." That hit home. And then there's people like Sharon, constantly sharing real strategy, real goal setting, real leadership, his emails, his 5 a.m. clubs, his mindset. It's not fluff, it's intentional. These are intelligent, grounded humans. That matters to me on a personal level, not just professionally, but as someone who values growth, kindness, and alignment. Here's another big difference. Real is not a recruiting company the way EXP is. In fact, it's actually advised not to cold call agents. Let their values and your values align first. No forcing, no pitching, no chasing. People are simply attracted to this brokerage. I found this out after I joined Real. Real doesn't give incentives. No bonuses, no checks to convince you to come over. And think about that. There's someone that said, this feels like a dowry in a marriage. Just because you're given something up front doesn't mean the marriage will work or last. You're basically trapped until you complete your term. Real doesn't need incentive. It speaks for itself. Real's technology is built by Real. Not outsourced, no third party, not labeled as tech savvy just for marketing. But that's a whole video you can find in my YouTube channel. What truly separates Real is innovation and culture. I didn't feel culture at EXP. Real feels like the evolved version. They observed what worked and what didn't and built something 10 times better. And once you sign the ICA, you see it right there. Work hard, be kind. That sets the tone. No sketchy business, no unethical behavior, just higher standard. So no, if you ask me, Real and EXP are completely two different. Real isn't about size. And for me, that made the difference. If you're curious, ask questions. Don't listen to the noise. Most importantly, find a place that aligns with who you are, not just what you earn. You could always schedule a book consultation about Real with me on my Candlead link down below. Just follow my Instagram or just subscribe to my YouTube channel.